Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm just sitting here in my robe drinking my morning coffee looking sexy as hell as usual. And for those of you who say I don't look sexy as hell when I do these videos in my robe, nobody cares what you think. I didn't ask you shit. Alright, so let's talk about artificial sweeteners for a minute. A few people have asked about that since I've been doing videos on coffee and coffee chat. A couple people actually asked me, do I use Splenda or artificial sweeteners in my coffee? The answer is no, but I'm a big advocate of their use. Artificial sweeteners rock. The data that we have compiled over the years, going all the way back over a century, has been pretty conclusive that refined sugars can be problematic, particularly in excess. I'm not saying in moderation that they're a problem, but in excess they absolutely are. No dietitian anywhere that I'm aware of argues against this point. We know that excessive fructose intake from any source, and processed sugars are the most concentrated source, but from any source can be problematic. It can lead to insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, fatty liver, elevated triglycerides, which in turn leads to heart attacks. It can be problematic. It was even noted by researchers all the way back during slavery days inside the United States that the slave owners oftentimes died sooner than the slaves working in the field at the places where they made sugar cane, because the slaves weren't getting all the processed sugar. They were outliving their masters in spite of the other horrific conditions that they went through. So we've got data noting this stuff all the way back a couple centuries. And the modern evidence has been pretty conclusive there. Now, there's been a lot of efforts by the actual sugar industry because they have a vested interest in this and producing research showing that artificial sweeteners, which kind of cut them out to some extent, have their own risks and dangers. However, no matter how conclusive or inconclusive those studies have been, not even the most negative studies of artificial sweeteners have ever found them to be as problematic as the actual table sugar is. And most of the studies have found that they're not problematic at all. It's actually the majority find they don't really seem to be a problem. There's been everything of concerns of them elevating insulin levels and then causing you to somehow gain fat without calories, to problems with appetite, to issues with your gut flora. In the end, none of it has ever really panned out or been proven to be problematic when we look at it more closely. And there's been a lot of money put in funding that. But all of the data has come back that excessive sugar intake from table sugar, high fructose corn syrup, things like that is problematic, harmful to your health, not just your waistline. So yeah, there's the fat gain issue, but then there's the overall health issue. So overall, artificial sweeteners rock. If you need a way to help with your sweet tooth, or you want to make something taste sweeter and you've got the option, artificial sweeteners are always your better choice. And please note, I'm not talking about athletes who are using glucose-based sugars for rehydration and glycogen replenishment. That's a different story, where I'm talking about all of these fructose-containing things like table sugar, high fructose corn syrup, crystalline fructose. So keep in mind that is two separate topics, and I know sometimes people will jump in and say, hey, but what about athletes? Well, those are glucose-based powders. It's a completely different topic, and you're talking about the specialized needs of athletes or hard training individuals. So let's not confuse those two topics. So when it comes to average people who aren't trying to make a specific glycogen replenishing drink, go with the artificial sweetener. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to click like down below, to subscribe to my channel, and to share this video with your friends and family. If you do so, thank you so much. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.